Hey, what's happening? Welcome to Hot Shot Trials and Tribulations. This is what we're dealing with.
Alright, so that's going to be the, what do you say, bracket or gasket?
It's going to be a bushing
Bushing.
to give some vibration isolation to the bracket we're going to fabricate out of junk.
Literally out of junk metal.
I like this plan.
We like this plan because it doesn't cost money, only time.
Right? Radiators, what, 510?
$550 Gonna make a bracket here and hope like hell it works. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna nip it off right here. God damn, that's some hard fucking plastic. Golly, that thing is hard.
So you're cutting off a piece to add the bracket to?
Yeah, so I cut that little notch out. And then I'm gonna go make a bracket. It's basically just gonna be a flat piece of metal with a hole in it. And it's gonna sit right on that right there. And then I'm gonna JB weld this again. So I think the heat caused the JB weld not to adhere, or it caused it to fail. And JB weld it back together, and then the bracket will hold it right here, and hopefully the JB weld will hold again.
Alright.
So we
And mechanically reinforce the chemical bond.
yeah. So now I just need to figure out how big to make the bracket.
Make it just right.
Just right. So if y'all can't see before, you'll be able to see now. So what I'm doing now is chopping this down so I can at least have a backer on my rubber piece. And still have structural integrity.
Ta-da!
Yay. Sit right there in them little grooves right there. So now put it in our piece, and there you go. So this piece right here fits in it just like that. That's going to be on the back, and I'll be able to do everything I need up in the front. Now we're just going to go make a bracket. Making a bracket's the easy part.
How are you going to make a bracket?
What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a flat piece of metal and drill a hole in it. And that's my bracket. Literally, and then what I'll do is I'll shape it to whatever shape I need after I get the hole drilled in it.
There you go.
I guess we'll go do that after these messages. We'll be right back. Now all I gotta do is find a piece of metal that I want to use. It's not 5160 or 1095 or some form of blade steel. And maybe, just maybe, I can find something.
And this bad boy is amazing.
Yeah, this is my mill and lathe that Desi found this guy. And we were able to get it. The mill and lathe was $150, and we got a bunch of other stuff to go with it. So all in all, we spent $250. Got all kinds of good shit with it. And
I think I actually found this on Craigslist of
Yep.
all things.
yep, the guy we dealt with was really cool. He rebuilds these things. So shit, all we had to do was get it home. This thing's heavy. This thing is.
Yeah.
It took 2.5 of us. Me, my buddy, and then my old lady. She was a half.
Yeah. I find good deals all the time, which is why I'm his dispatcher.
That's right. So we're gonna drill this thing real quick. And
What drill size are you using?
I don't know. I just found the one that fit the hole.
Does it not have size measurements on the thing?
It probably does. I just never looked at it. Normally I'd use cutting lube, but it's such a thin piece of metal, I didn't have to. There we go. It has been drilled. And then what we're going to do is we're going to shape it to this contour here, right here. And maybe not exactly, because it doesn't have to be exact, but I'm going to try to get it pretty close to this shape here, and then it'll come out this way and attach to the other side, and then all will be good and everything will be good as golden. So here's hoping.
Here we go.
So it's gonna go like that. Man, I wish you had your Dremel here. It's gonna go just like that there. This is our big hole right here. My lovely wife took the Dremel to help her friend out at work. And well, we got this little this little dog nail Dremel.
It's not a dog, it's a human. It's a human manicure.
Oh, it's
nail.
a manicure Dremel. Well, that's what we got. And it seemed to work out pretty good. So, if you don't have anything, get your little nail Dremel. Might work.
Hey, you know what? It's a Dremel.
That's my doodle. And that's pretty much what it's going to look like. But what did you ask me?
I was saying, what are you plasma cutting on? Or what are you attaching that to?
This?
No, the piece. What do you have the
This?
piece attached to? Yes.
Oh, this is a transmission jack. And you don't have anything else. You know, it's a little bitty piece, and I don't want to pull my table all the way over here, and I don't want to take my plasma all the way over there.
Plasma cutter?
My plasma cutter all the way to the other shop. So I figured I'd just connect it to my my transmission jack. Make sure we don't cut through that sucker. All right, here we go. Transmission jack don't want to sit still though. So this might be a jaggedy cut. Make sure you hook your air tank to your plasma cutter or it ain't gonna work. Also make sure to hook up a ground. Apparently, I'm not thinking today because I just want to get this damn thing done.
And what happened because of it?
I got shot. Here we go.
If you're hearing gunshots in the background, it's because we're out in the country and our neighbors are shooting something.
That's probably my neighbor shooting us 22. He likes to just shoot his 22 and he goes out there and pops off a couple of rounds every once in a while and
What are you doing now?
knocking off this slag. See how it just breaks it right off?
Okay.
See that little piece right there? You just take your channel locks and break it right off. That's what I love about plasma cutting. Makes everything easy. And then what I'll do is I'll just take my grinder and just knock off the little bitty high points on it. And then we'll call it a day. All right. So now what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna take my grinder and shave that where the old JB weld was, and that way it'll be out of our way.
You don't think the Dremel will work?
No, I do not.
So what are you doing now? Are you cleaning it?
And we're cleaning the edge of it using good old-fashioned cleaner again. Boo, 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 boo.
Ooh.
Oh man, that chimed me right in the eyeball when I moved that.
Digging.
Boo, 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 boo. All right, both pieces are grinded, cleaned, ready to go. We'll get started here.
Let's mix some JB Weld. Wow.
There we go. That might have been why it didn't hold the first time, because I didn't put JB Weld on the other side as well. Well, there it is, boys and girls. We got ourselves a fixed radiator. All right. What you got here is that little bracket right there that I made. It's pushing on this radiator, and all this stuff is JB welded together. I probably didn't even have to JB weld it. I could have probably just put that bracket there and pushed on that. But a mechanical bond and a chemical bond, well, I don't think you can go wrong there, to be honest with you. And I do believe that's going to work, because there's enough meat left on this that that should be just fine. And if it ends up breaking on down the road, well, I guess then we'll replace the radiator then.
But the radiator itself is good.
Yeah, the radiator itself was good. It's just that one little mount broke off.
It seemed like such a waste to buy a whole radiator for one little plastic piece.
Yeah. So we're gonna call it a day, and I'm gonna clean my hands off here because I've got JB Weld everywhere. All right, boys and girls. Well, that's it. That's the end of making a bracket and chemical and mechanical bonding. So we're gonna test it tomorrow, and hopefully something works.
Yeah, it says wait 24 hours, correct?
24 hours. So I'm fairly positive it'll be just fine because of that little bracket that I put on there. But there ain't no harm in waiting, making sure 100%. So there it is. We'll catch you on in a minute.
We'll see you tomorrow in like 2 seconds.
What's happening, guys? What's happening? So we showed y'all putting a bracket or making a bracket for the radiator, and we was telling y'all we was gonna come back to it and tell y'all how it worked. but we hadn't driven the truck since then. we finished the whole truck. But we drove it last night. Drove it for quite a while last night. And I drove it pretty aggressively. And not like a douchebag or anything, but, you know, yeah, I tried to simulate, you know, pulling a load, you know, taking off, you know, relatively fast. You know, I was in a non-populated area because I didn't want to get pulled over.
No, we live out in the middle of nowhere. So.
Yeah, we live out in the middle of nothing, man. Ain't nothing out here. But the bracket held, and you can see that it's still all together. Bracket looks like hell because I just didn't care because it's way back in the back, and well, you're just really not going to see it very much. Well, there it is. There's my ugly little bracket. And don't judge my fabrication skills on a little bracket that I don't care about. Please. But yeah, man. So there it is. Everything's all back together. It's all in working order. Everything's bent back to nominal specifications. And all the wires are hidden. Can't see none of the wires. That makes me happy. And yeah, there it is. And we're just gonna call it a day. We're gonna get everything ready to go back to work. Finish the truck. Gonna clean it all out and get all the stuff out and trash and go grocery shopping. Put our groceries back in the truck. Put our laundry back in the truck. Put everything back in the truck that we need that we took all out, and get our trailer back situated. I pretty much got that situated all back together. Get our straps all put back in there, and our chains and our binders that we were using. The
straps are still off from when they were frozen, and we had to thaw them out in the truck.
Yep. And then we had to use the change. There's a link right here of us rebending all this stuff with the chains and binders. So go take a look at it. It's some redneck ingenuity. So that's it, man. Like, subscribe, share. Tell your mom and dad about me. No kids. I cuss too much. Y'all be good now.